hello at the usual address. Then you call this number, 09068 444444. We're back tomorrow at 8 with another Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Good night.
It shouldn't happen to a soap star.
It's only actor's nightmare. As soon as you've got props, you've got to speak as well.
Cut.
In 45 minutes.
Gareth, Darius or Will? Who do you think will be voted out tonight? The result of the Pop Idol vote is in 15 minutes, after the news, next.
Family home in London to swap for secluded retreat on rugged Australian coastline.
Well, what do you think?
Wicked.
Tom? 28 hours on an aeroplane.
Accommodation is free.
This is not a house with a mum and a dad and two little girls living here.
I went to separation.
But there is a price to pay. The Swap, an ITV drama premiere next Sunday, 9:30, ITV1.
Call now for your new version of AOL. It's packed with more great features than ever before. More information and entertainment, simple ways to keep in touch, even easier ways to find what you want. It's all here. And with our fantastic 100-hour free trial, AOL 7 is even better value than ever. Call 0800 376 4444 now.
The magic of Disney's award-winning musical Beauty and the Beast is now in Bristol. This spectacular musical has been hailed as the most lavish, eye-popping show ever and is at the Bristol Hippodrome for a limited season. Book now. Be part of the magic.
Starting this Sunday in the Sunday Times.
Right then.
Get Jeremy Clarkson's no-nonsense verdict on 60 of the most popular cars on sale.
This one, however, is a bit limp-wristed. Not so good. This car's perfect.
With a free, unique Sunday Times Good Car, Bad Car Guide.
They say in the big wide world, it's dog-eat-dog, every man for himself. But not here. Out here, everything depends on everyone. And the man at the bottom of the ladder is just as important as the man at the top. But isn't it true you'll always be just a cog in the machine? Who wants to be a cog in a machine? Depends on the machine.
Contestants have moved in, but who will put themselves on the market as
Britain's brainiest estate agent.
Wednesday at 8, ITV1.
The result of tonight's Pop Idol votes in 15 minutes after the news.
Dramatic rescues as gales lash Britain's coastline. Parents' confusion over jabs after new measles outbreak. And England crush Scotland in the Six Nations.
The ITV Weekend News with Nicholas Owen.
Good evening. 2 Navy and RAF helicopter crews have been praised as heroes for saving the lives of more than 30 sailors stranded in treacherous seas in gale force conditions. One of the crews only had minutes of fuel left as they desperately raced to winch the sailors to safety. Tonight, as the gales begin to weaken, the major concern is flooding. Here's Terry Lloyd.
The 6,000-ton vessel, the Kadima, had been wrestling for hours to stay upright in mountainous seas. As she listed heavily, taking on water and losing her cargo of timber, the Russian captain put out a mayday call and told his crew to cling on for dear life. Royal Navy helicopters scrambled from Cornwall, hovered above in gale force winds to winch off all 16 sailors. Hundreds of miles away north of the Outer Hebrides, 18 crewmen were lifted off a French fishing trawler. The skipper of the boat, Le Parrain, had earlier been swept overboard as wind and waves destroyed the mast and communications. The RAF rescue team, working at the edge of its limits, just managed to get the men ashore before fuel was due to run out.
Because we were so quick at doing the winching, we were able to make a decision to go to Stornoway instead and made it there with just enough fuel in the tanks to land on.
Rescue teams were forced to call off another search after a man was swept into the sea at Brighton. Coast Guards were called after the man, thought to be in his 20s, was heard shouting for help from the girders beneath Brighton Pier. Before he could be reached, he was hit by a huge wave and disappeared. Rain and winds lashed much of the Welsh coast, swelling rivers and leaving many towns and villages on flood alert. Weather forecasters say the winds may have died down, but there's more rain to come.
Poor weather is going to continue, I think, for much of today into tomorrow, certainly for Wales and southwestern parts of England. That will transfer gradually eastwards during tomorrow, a short respite, but then more heavy rain coming tomorrow night and Monday, particularly for southern England.
Plymouth took a battering from surging tides which buffeted more of the coastline. And here at Blackpool, police closed part of the promenade to motorists as waves dozens of feet high pounded the seafront, threatening to drag vehicles away. Terry Lloyd, ITV News.
Parents worried about the latest outbreak of measles were advised today of the importance of giving children the controversial MMR vaccine. Health officials seeking to reassure them again insisted that the triple vaccine is safe. Here's Angus Walker.
Like many other mothers, Heather Stephen is trying to decide whether her son Joe should be vaccinated with the MMR jab, and she's confronted by conflicting reports about the drug's safety.
Do we give Joe the vaccine and risk a severe reaction, or do we risk him contracting measles, which of course could be very serious? We really don't know what to do.
Mrs. Stephen lives in the same health authority area as this nursery in South London, where 3 children who haven't had the MMR vaccine have got measles. Health officials have revealed that the MMR inoculation rate has dipped below 85%.
It's fallen because some parents have become worried about having their children vaccinated. They become worried about adverse publicity, which has been very unfortunate because this is a safe and effective vaccine.
That's the official government advice, but Downing Street today refused to confirm newspaper reports claiming Leo Blair has had the injection.
The Prime Minister's children have their right to privacy. All of our children have the right to privacy. We're in the public eye, and that's fair enough, but our kids are a different kettle of fish, really.
With no clear conclusion to the MMR debate, parents are left with a difficult choice to make based on what they feel is best for their children's health. Angus Walker, ITV News.
Police in Pakistan said this evening they hope the kidnapped American journalist Daniel Pearl is still alive. Officers searched scores of cemeteries after an email claimed his body had been left in a graveyard, but no trace of the Wall Street Journal reporter was found. His paper said today it believed that email and a new $2 million ransom demand were both hoaxes. Here, Tony Blair will return to the attack over who runs the public services when he addresses Labour's spring conference in Cardiff tomorrow. It's expected to echo the Transport Secretary Stephen Byers, who today issued a stark warning to unions opposed to reform.
It will be a battle between the reformers and the wreckers, but we won't let vested interests stand in our way. We will act in the national interest.
Rugby, England are celebrating victory against Scotland at the start of the Six Nations Championship. They crushed the Scots by 29 points to 3 at Murrayfield. Felicity Barr reports.
68,000 fans packed a windy Murrayfield to see tournament favourites England begin their quest to win the Grand Slam. From the start, Scotland had no answer to the power of the England forwards. Crisp passing setting up fullback Jason Robinson for his first Six Nations try. And 5 minutes later, they doubled their lead. The Scottish defence in tatters as the England midfield ran 70 metres from the line out to the try line. Robinson again finishing the move. A penalty from Duncan Hodge finally got Scotland off the mark, but he was guilty of missing 4 other chances. Mike Tindall created and finished England's third try. He kicked the ball upfield and raced after it to complete the touchdown. And a late try from Ben Cohen made the victory even more convincing. So England retain the Calcutta Cup as well as securing 2 points at the start of their Six Nations campaign. Final score Scotland 3, England 29. Felicity Barr, ITV News.
And in today's other Six Nations match in Paris, France beat Italy by 33 points to 12. Football, and in the Scottish Premiership, runaway leader Celtic could only manage a draw against Hibernian tonight. Hib set the pace early with this goal from Gary O'Connor in the 21st minute. But John Hartson equalised in the 51st minute, moving the champions 13 points clear of Rangers. And don't forget, you can see highlights of all today's English Premiership matches here on ITV1 at 10:30. Finally, Prince Charles was among dozens of royals and aristocrats who gathered in Amsterdam for the wedding of the year today. He was at the marriage of the Dutch Crown Prince. However, as Romilly Weeks reports, the bride's parents weren't there.
A roar from the crowd as the Crown Prince and his Argentinian bride in yards of ivory silk emerged from the civil ceremony. Inside Amsterdam's new church, royalty from the corners of the globe took their seats alongside world leaders and statesmen to witness the blessing. Prince Charles arrived accompanied by Queen Noor of Jordan. The Earl and Countess of Wessex attended, as did Nelson Mandela. Thousands more watched on giant screens as the vows were exchanged.
En gij, uw antwoord.
Ja. Smiles from the groom's mother, but the bride's parents were not there to witness the occasion. They'd agreed not to attend because of her father's controversial past. He was a minister in Argentina's repressive military dictatorship of the 70s and 80s. Prince Wilhelm Alexander and his new princess then rode through the streets as orange confetti and balloons rained down. There were some protests, but everywhere signs that the new bride had won the hearts of the people as well as the prince. And in the best tradition of royal weddings, it all ended with a kiss. Romilly Weeks, ITV News.
Tonight's main headline again, 2 Navy and RAF helicopter crews have been praised as heroes for saving the lives of more than 30 sailors. And that's it. I'll be back with more news throughout the day tomorrow. For the moment, goodbye.
Look at camera. On 3, 1, 2.
PowerGen. Energy for you and your little monsters come rain or shine.
Hello, good evening. Well, I'm afraid we've still got problems with rainfall tonight, with 63 flood warnings remaining in operation. Mainly Wales is affected, with more rain expected tonight. So the floodline number for further information is 0845 988 1188. Now, a Met Office radar picture shows clearly the bulk of that rain reserved for Wales as well as the West Country, dry in the southeast, but some blustery showers there for the very far northwest. So tonight, let's pick up on that rainfall. Cloudy skies, rain for England and Wales. Dry behind that, showers for the very far north, and temperatures in Northern Ireland as well as Scotland down as low as 3 degrees. That is actually low enough, at least for some touches of ground frost. Into tomorrow morning, we see the main band of rain transferring southeastwards, drying off behind in Wales, the Midlands, as well as the north of England. And for Scotland and Northern Ireland, it's a mixture of sunshine as well as showers. Temperatures are still looking mild in the south. 12 is 54 in Fahrenheit in the Channel Islands. More like the norm, the average for the time of year in the north, 7 is 45. So here's a reminder of rain or showers for all of us tomorrow, windy in the north. And remember, you can check out our website. The address is right there at the bottom of the screen.
PowerGen. Energy for you and your little monsters come rain or shine.
Hello there, good to see you again. Well, we're expecting 20 millimetres of rain tonight over the moors. 1 or 2 places, though, should dry out by dawn. Some very mild temperatures as well, as you could see there, thanks to all that cloud cover. As we fly into tomorrow morning, 1 or 2 places are going to start dry and bright, but it won't be long before the rain and